Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here, and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at Rainbow Islands for the ZX Spectrum. It came out in both 48K and 128K versions, and it's the latter version what you're going to be looking at here. And as you can see, it's the sequel to Bubble Bobble, which I have previously reviewed on my YouTube channel. And Graft Gold was the producer, and Ocean released it. And there's actually a pretty interesting story. It seems as if there was a point when Firebird and Rainbird had permission to actually do Rainbow Islands originally, but British Telecom bought had a hold on them until Microprose actually bought them out, and there was a point where Microprose had the code to all the versions of Rainbow Islands that were produced, but didn't actually have permission to put it out on the market so that it could be sold and have costs recouped. So somehow they managed to get an agreement so that someone else, in this case Ocean, had the ability to get all the actual code from Microprose and have permission to actually put it out there so that people could actually buy it and play it and help make the money back that it would have cost people to get the rights to do home formats in the first place. So enough of that little backstory. Let's get set up the credits and get this game going. And the keyboard controls are A for jump, K and L for left and right respectively, and space to fire a rainbow. So I've set the credits to 3 just in case I do craply. So first island is Insect Island, and as you can see, despite the Spectrum's attribute problem, they've dared to put some colour into it, and it looks fantastic. Obviously because of the Spectrum's attribute limitations, they couldn't actually have multicoloured rainbows. That really would have been a tall order for our humble spec. And I have played the arcade version, and so the things that you can do with the rainbows in that, you can pretty much do in this as well. See, I just managed to get it so that the top of a rainbow was just below the height of just below an enemy, and I managed to burst the rainbow to defeat it, just like you can in the original arcade version. And you can also trap an enemy inside a rainbow, or put an enemy above it and collapse it on top of them. You can do all that. Just now, I've heard that there's mentions of a secret room. That is one thing that didn't make it to the Spectrum version. There simply wasn't the space. And I'm early in the previous level, I picked up a red bottle like I'm about to pick up here. Each red potion bottle allows you to lay an extra rainbow up to 3. And you have a time limit to get to the top of the level, otherwise you risk being drowned by water that's steadily rising up from the bottom of the level. And it's got, as you've heard, it's got a slight rendition of the song "Over the Rainbow." A bit of slowdown when there's lots on the screen, which is a bit of a shame, but then. So I've got 2 of the 7 rainbow-coloured diamonds. If you collect all 7, you get an extra life, and I'm presuming that that it made it into the Spectrum version as well. But if you manage to collect all the 7, originally, if you collect all 7 of those diamonds in the order of the colours of the rainbow, then there's a level skip. I don't know whether that made it into this. I've never been able to do that even in the other versions I've played, which are the arcade versions and the Amiga version. And if you hold down jump like I just did there, you can actually bounce on the rainbows without them being destroyed. If you just keep off jump, then you'll collapse the rainbows. The music's really nice. A wild guess suggests to me that the 48K version would not have had the in-game music due to machine limitations. Collision detection seems to be good. That was kind of annoying. Occasionally you get points like that in which an enemy should have died but didn't. I mean, that rainbow clearly hit it and it didn't die. But everything's well animated, and controls are really responsive. Tell you what, a lot of people consider the Spectrum port of Chase HQ to be one of the best coin-op conversions on the system, if not the best. But from what I've experienced of Rainbow Islands thus far, it wouldn't surprise me if it were not considered to be at least close to the second best, because it really is a wonderful conversion. And here's the first boss. Yeah, the reason it looks so blocky is it's basically a scaled up version of a regular spider. I expect they did that to save space. Because one thing you have to bear in mind, this is an 8-bit version, and 8-bit computers just didn't have the same amount of memory as the 16-bit computers would later get. So on to Combat Island now. So we're starting to see combat-related enemies like these lorries. Yeah, I need that. I do need both of them though. Oh, that's kind of annoying. That's another thing. In the original version, you could actually use the rainbow to stop the enemy shots. That doesn't seem to work. As you saw, they went straight through them. That's a bit of a shame. But I could have done with that. Right, got the green. So as you can see, you can use rainbows as weapons directly, or you can collapse. Or you can collapse rainbows on top of them, or actually get enemies that are close enough to a rainbow to defeat them just by collapsing the rainbow when they're very close to it, or even touching it. And despite the colour, I'm having very little troubles with not being able to see enemies or anything like that, which. Because I only need 2. That shoe I picked up allows me to speed up my character's movement speed. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. I had that same problem with the rainbow not killing an enemy, even though it ought to have done. Oh, that rainbow managed to stop the shot. I guess you have to actually use the rainbow to actually get the shot before it has a. Ooh. Only need two. Only need two more of the diamonds at the bottom of the screen there to get. Oh. Oh, damn it. Oh, so did you see the water just appearing at the bottom of the screen there? That's the water I was telling you about that rises up if you take too long on the level. As you noticed, there was a little bit of colour clash as the water rose, but it's not overly distracting, and it can't be helped. The spectrum does have that attribute limitation. Hence the reason that your character's sprite takes on background colours at the best of times. But I really, honestly, truthfully think this is an absolutely superb conversion. Yeah, I'm getting that. Much of what's in the arcades there as well. I mean, admittedly, there are going to be some bits that are missing due to machine limitations, but that was only to be expected. Sometimes things just do have to go when they're converted onto lower spec machines. That's just part of the course, and there's nothing that can be done about that. No, I definitely want that. That was a red potion bottle, so I can now lay two rainbows. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this conversion. Makes great use of the Spectrum's colour capabilities. Oh, damn it. I was too close to that enemy to kill it. I think I'm going to end the review there, even though I gave myself 3 credits. I only did that in case I was pretty crap, but I think you've seen enough without spoiling too much. I mean, you've seen one of the end of world bosses. And you've seen some of the key components of the game. So that's Rainbow Islands for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. And once again, Ocean have published a superb conversion of the original arcade game. Yes, as I said, 1 or 2 minor bits are missing, but by and large, things work as they should. And everything looks and sounds absolutely great despite the Spectrum's limitations. And the music on the 128K version is really cool as well. Graphics, well drawn, nice and colourful. If you're familiar with the enemies from the original arcade version, then they're instantly recognisable, even in their reduced colour form. There's little in the way of attribute problems. I'm actually glad they didn't actually colorize the main sprite, because that would have caused a considerable clash. So they just had the lesser of 2 evils and made your character take on whatever the background color was, and pretty much the same rule for the enemies as well. Occasionally you might have a problem with an enemy being a bit hard to see because of this, but by and large that problem seems to be comparatively rare. And the animation's really good as well. as I pointed out, when the water rose up, when I was taking too long to complete that level, there was noticeable bleed as the water level rose up. But it's hardly on the same level of clash issues as, say, Kung Fu Master on the Spectrum was. Now that was poor colour clash. Sound. Well, there's plenty of in-game music and familiar chimes from the original arcade version, and sound effects that play when you fire rainbows, etc., and are very charming and pleasant to listen to. I can't really fault the sound, and no, so just leaves the gameplay, and it plays absolutely superbly. Everything just feels right for the most part. Yes, the slowdown is a bit of a shame, and there were one or two bits that from the original that had to be left out of this version due to space restrictions and machine limitations. But the overall core of the original game is pretty much there, and I honestly would have been happy. I would have been happy with this if I had this during Spectrum's heyday. It's absolutely superb. 9 out of 10. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.